The San Diego County Board of Supervisors keeps its so-called super sanctuary policy that critics say makes it harder for federal immigration authorities to deport people here illegally.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedall joins us live from the County Administration Building with more on what happened at today's meeting. Kelly.
That's right, and the board voted 2-1 in favor of getting rid of this policy. However, it needed at least 3 votes to pass, so it failed. Now, we heard a lot of public comment before the vote. Here's what people said on both sides.
We're a nation of Americans, and those of us in support of this item love our country.
Rescinding policy L2 will increase community fears and distrust of the sheriff and decrease community cooperation with law enforcement.
I do support this very much, and I think it's interesting that sovereignty doesn't seem to matter to a lot of people, but it's the core of our nation and who we are. Sovereignty matters on the dais, not just anybody can get up there. Sovereignty matters in the community college classroom or the San Diego State. You can't just show up and be in the class. You have to be registered. There's a process for people to participate.
Bringing this item forward is nothing but a publicity stunt, a fear-mongering tactic meant to vilify our immigrant and refugee communities, which I am proudly a part of.
The remaining speakers in favor.
And public comment went on for about an hour. And here is how the vote went down. Supervisors Jim Desmond and Joel Anderson voted yes to repeal the policy. Supervisor Monica Montgomery Stepp voted no. And Acting Chair Tara Lawson-Remer abstained. Now, Supervisor Desmond is the one who brought this item forward, claiming the policy shields illegal immigrant criminals from being deported even after committing serious crimes. However, the votes weren't there. So what does this mean going forward? Well, it means things remain as they are, meaning if federal immigration authorities want county help in apprehending a suspected criminal, they must produce an arrest warrant. Now, here is some of what the supervisors said before casting their vote.
I have heard from many constituents who have told me that the new administration's show of force in immigration enforcement has made them scared to go to the doctor, go grocery shopping, get on public transit. And this goes for documented people, too.
To me, it was a waste of time to start with, and it's a waste of time that we're having to go through this. I represent 200,000 people that live in the unincorporated, that live in fear each and every day that their house is going to burn down, and we're talking about this.
And I reached out to Acting Chair Lawson-Remer's office to ask why she abstained today. She sent a statement not really answering the question, but she basically said that the county will cooperate with the feds when legally required to, but beyond that, they are not going to target any San Diegans indiscriminately.
Yeah, it sounded like they needed her vote one way or the other. So there weren't enough votes to pass this time around. There's still a vacant seat on the board. Do you think this item will be brought up again, Kelly?
And that's what I was wondering. I asked County Supervisor Jim Desmond's office that question today. I was told it is certainly possible that District 1 seat remains open. Early voting started this week. The primary will be on April 8th. And if one candidate doesn't get at least 50% of the vote, there's going to be a runoff election in July. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, John McCann is one of the candidates. He's a Republican, mayor of Chula Vista. Other candidates, I believe, are all Democrats. We'll see how that plays out because it will affect the balance of power on that board. Kelly Hessedall reporting for us. Thanks, Kelly.